the idiot dog owners. This might be, this is my third idiot. And this might be the one that's going to ruffle some feathers. I have a feeling it's going to. But here is a disclaimer. I am an idiot dog owner, or I have been, and I'm learning to be better. So hopefully with this video you can see, you might be able to see a little bit of yourself here and go, oh, hang on a minute, I might work on that. Or if you're one of those arrogant dog owners, you might go, oh, you can all, get effed. I'm going to do what I want to do with my dog. But anyway, let's kick it off. This is Straight Talk, and this is where we expect the unexpected. We talk about anything and everything. Just like today, it's going to be a little bit controversial, but hopefully there'll be a bit of humour in there and you can not take it too seriously. Although where our pups are concerned, I take it seriously. If anyone says anything negative about my pup, well, all hell breaks loose. As I said, if you like my baby. I'll tell you a few stories in this video, and I'd really love you to tell me what you would have done in my situation. I'll tell you, first of all, the ones that drop the poo are the ones that really get up my nostril. For example, I was on the beach one day. It was a off-leash dog beach, and there was quite a few families there. And there was a gentleman walking along with his 3 children along the beach with their dog. Now the dog decides to stop right in the middle, as they do. They can't help it. So he's doing his business there on the beach in front of everybody, in front of the kids, in front of, children are playing, running in and out of the surf. It was quite close to the water. And so he starts to kick sand over it. I said, excuse me, sir, would you like a bag? And he goes, oh, no, it's all right. I just kick sand over it. I said, right where kids are making sandcastles. And he went, oh, it'll be okay, and wandered off. But this gives me the shit. Seriously. These children are playing there and they're going to dig up a sandcastle, and what's the turret on the top is going to be a dog poo. Yeah, so, no, this stuff gets me really, really, really angry. But for those who are watching this, perhaps who don't like dogs and don't like us dog owners, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about poo etiquette for those who do pick up after them. Now, we carry our bags around diligently, and we stop, we wait until every last. I follow, my dog walks around when it poos, so I have to follow it and pick up its poo through the sand, through the grass. Anyway, so us good dog owners might hang this bag on a tree or drop it at the entrance of the path onto the beach. Think about it, we're not dumping it there. We're thinking, okay, we're going to pick that up on the way back and we're going to put it in the bin. And 99% of the time we do. That other 1%, we've forgotten, trust me. We don't gather up a poo off the grass and put it in a little bag somewhere to leave it there. We're intent on taking it somewhere. However, you know what, us dog owners that do that, what we do for each other, I call them poo fairies. They'll come up off the beach next to their little bag and they'll pick up the bags along the way and they'll put them in the bin. And then you come back from the beach and you go, oh my God, the poo fairy's been. It's a pretty good feeling. But no, when I see dog poo, and you know what, they come in all sizes. I have tried to pick them up, being the good citizen, but have you ever, it's like changing your own kid's nappy. Have you ever picked up someone else's dog poo? Now, if it's really cold and hard, that's gross too. But then if it's warm and soft, it's even worse. So I try to do my best and gag when I'm picking it up. But I do it sometimes, depending on the size and the texture. So tell me what you would have done with Mr. foot kicking over sand, over poo man. What would you have done? Would you have done the same as me? Or would you have gone and picked the poo up? See, I didn't do that. I probably should have. But I'm getting there. Now, my local dog off-leash beach, which we go to regularly. Now, people will say, don't take your dog to an off-leash dog park or beach. But you know what? There's very few places that you can actually let your dog run free. You can't let them off the leash anywhere. There's no place for it. Now, my boy, he has hip dysplasia, and he's supposed to get a lot of exercise. He's supposed to build up his muscles in his back hip, and he can't do that walking on a leash. So he has to run. So we go to the beach. We go to the dog park on the beach. Honestly, some dog owners, and this is what I'm talking about, idiot dog owners. There's some 95% of dog owners I think are brilliant. They're all very aware of each other. They know what to do. They know what to do. So, yeah, it's only these few. And when I meet them, my blood boils. My hubby says, you need to calm down. You're going to get into a fist fight one day. Well, I'm an old lady, so good on you for coming up at me having a punch. I dare you. But, yeah, it's like this one man down the beach. He had, and I'm sorry to all of those that have these beautiful pit bully looking dogs, and I know they're not allowed in Australia, but they seem to have some of that in them. And barreling down at my boy, now he's a fluffy, oodly type dog, and they come barreling at him, growling, roaring, and I mean, it's not playing. So this guy's up a ways, and I said to him, "Get your dog." And he goes, "Sorry, I can't hear you." Well, what I wanted to do that to that man, I can't even write. I can't even speak. I was so furious. And, of course, I dropped the F-bomb, which didn't help anything. And my poor husband is walking along beside me trying to avoid any sense of conflict. And his banshee wife is going off beside him. Anyway, that was that. I let him go. I'm coming out the ears, fumes. And I thought, I'm going to find a way to deal with these guys. So I went and bought a high-vis jacket. One of those little vests. And I thought, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to tell these type of people, "Hello, sir. So what are you doing?" Hopefully they won't ask who in the hell you are. Who in the hell are you? I will have my yellow vis vest on and it will have some sort of authority. And I'll say, "Hello, sir, you need to control your dog." And hopefully that'll do it. But one thing I've decided is I'm not going to start a yelling match down the beach when my hubby's there. It's not fair, because he feels like the man. If this guy gets aggressive, he has to step up and protect me. Whereas if I'm going to start one of those, I'll make sure hubby's not with me. Because then if a man hits an old lady, pretty much says who he is, and I would love it to happen. See what happens when you're a dog owner. You get into this ridiculous state of protection and, anger. Well, I don't know if you do. Let me know if you do down below. But it's all about protecting you bloody precious little thing that's just taken over your life. Here's another one that I learned along the way because I was a culprit. I did this with my new puppy. I thought it was so cute when they'd go up and say hello to another pup and go, "Oh, we're playing." Then I learned that you actually have to ask permission. So I thought, that's a good idea, just because if the other one's not friendly. So you say, "Is he friendly?" "Yes." "Okay, they can have a sniff and whatever." I've learned now that it's really dumb to even try that, because a dog is friendly until it's not. Okay? You don't know what sort of personality, and if your dog and this dog just smell each other and hate each other, it's like strangers coming up and saying, "Hello, can I say hello?" You don't know who you're talking to. Could be an axe murderer. So no, you don't introduce your dog to dogs along the way. So I've taught hubby and myself to steer clear of any dog. Doesn't matter what they are. They really don't need to be meeting and sniffing bums and doing all sorts of things. Get on your way and go down and chase the ball on the beach. Don't engage. It's something I used to do. I used to engage. And it took up half my day just standing there having this little debate about whether dogs should meet. It's not my business. I just got to look after my boy. Now, here's a big one. I'd love to know what you would have done in this situation. So we're down at this little alcove, you know, in the estuary, and a little sandy bit of beach. And my hubby's there with my 2 grandchildren, and they're swimming in the water. I'm sitting with my dog, whose name is Raffy, by the way. I'm sitting with Raffy on a picnic blanket, watching them across the path, and they're doing their thing, having a lovely time. Anyway, this dog comes past with its owner. It's off the leash. Now, I know everyone says that I'm a bit dramatic, but seriously, this dog was, and, you know, the dribble coming out of the lips, and yeah, it was pretty you know, I always put the pit bull in there, which is unfair because I know there's some beautiful pit bulls, but it's trying to get the idea of the size. And this one was bigger, actually, and he had the drool and the, you know, jowls and what, not that jowls make an aggressive, anyway, you know what I mean. He looked scary. So I'm sitting there watching him go past, and I saw him spot my Raffy and spot me. And I kept an eye on him, and I thought, okay. He walks off with his owner up here, and that's all good and well. They go for a little walk off the leash. And he comes back, and I look sideways, and they're probably about 4 meters away. And then I spotted the dog and the eye, and I went, holy shit, here he comes. So I'm sitting with Raffy down like this. Now Raffy's beside me. This dog comes down around me. Now Raffy doesn't bark at it. He barks a bit, whatever, but he's never attacked it. He's friendliest, and I know everybody says that, but so seriously he is. And this dog came around from behind and lunged at Raffy, growling, you know, like not like this let's play sort of growl. So I'm grabbing, I'm sitting on the ground, so there's very little that I can do. And then Raffy reacts. Now, he's never reacted ever. So he reacts, and there's a full-on dog fight. Okay? So I'm grabbing Raffy, and I'm protecting him like this, over my lap, like this. And this bloody dog is jumping over the back of my head onto Raffy. And the owner is standing there, looking. So I go, get your effing dog. So he goes, oh, and he comes in and grabs it. Now, he didn't want to get involved because he didn't want to get hurt, because this was full-on dog fight. And I thought, my head is in the middle of this dog fight, and he's standing there looking at me. Now, that's an idiot dog owner. That is an idiot dog owner. And then guess what he says? Oh, but he's friendly. I said, he's not looking real bloody friendly right now. Now, I was shaking after this, as you can imagine, because I've nearly had my head chewed off. His head's nearly been bitten off. And this bloody owner's standing, idiot dog owner, is standing up there just observing the whole thing, not wanting to get his fingers hurt. Anyway, off they wander. He puts it on a leash, they cry, and then off he goes up the beach. I'm sitting there still shaking. Now, the wife of that owner, or she's obviously an owner too, she's standing over in front of me, and this is what she's doing. She's going, the hide of it. Anyway, that's another idiot dog owner. So yeah, there's beautiful dog owners, and there's really diligent ones that do all the right things, and we try. And I'm still trying, I'm still learning, because I was probably innocent, little naive idiot myself in doing some things that I realise aren't smart. So, of course, now I judge everyone that's doing those things. So you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, this is 3 things to do when people are doing this. I don't know. Get the high-vis vest. That's one thing. F-bombs don't work. I've worked that out. Saying I've got a bag for you usually works, except for Mr. Kick the Sand Over the Poo. But most times it works. It's, oh, have you forgotten a bag? And then you give them a bag, and they, oh, yes, I forgot a bag, and they pick up. So, yeah, if you know any other dog idiot stories, I'd love to hear them. And comment on what I've said, because maybe you disagree with a few of the things that I've said. And I'm open to hearing that. Is where, of course, I beg you to subscribe. I beg you to put a like, something about YouTube algorithms of which I know nothing about. But yeah, I'm just here to share some things, have a bit of fun, get some chats, some conversations going. And you might like to check out my other videos. This is an idiot series of 10. Idiot number 1 is the know-it-all. Idiot number 2 is the one-upper. And now we have idiot number 3, the idiot dog owner. And my idiot number 4 is going to be the conspiracy theorist. That's going to be a fun one.